I found this chart very interesting to see the rise and decline of serial killers throughout the decades. This graph makes sense too. Most serial killers were involved in the 70s and the 80s. In the 70s, you have Rodney Alcala, John Wayne Gacy, can't forget Ted Bundy in there. And in the 80s, you had Jeffrey Dahmer. You also had Eileen Wuornos, you had Dennis Rader, Larry Eiler. And a lot of people are confused by why it started to decline so rapidly. Because around the 70s, 80s, even the 90s, there was over 300 active serial killers in the United States. Today, I think there are only between 30 and 40. So why did serial killers go crazy in the 70s and the 80s? Well, it's because of high trust societies. Nobody had social awareness back then. Everyone thought everyone was their friend. For the most part, that was true. Everyone was pretty friendly. Everyone knew each other. There were smaller towns. There weren't really big cities. Cities back then compared to now are insane. Also, more urbanization. Everyone lives pretty close together now. I'm sure you guys have noticed houses are like 2 millimeters apart now. It's hard for someone to not see what you're doing these days. Also, it's now a high security country. You're being watched 24/7, whether you know it or not. And DNA evidence is so much better now. You can track somebody down with a single skin cell. Back in the day, from a lot of stories that I've read, serial killers would just kill people and dump them in the woods. They wouldn't be found for like 10 or 20 years. That just does not happen anymore. And that's a good thing, because we don't want this to be a thing anymore.